In this video, I'm playing a 5-point match against XG and analyzing it. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoy this video. Please like and subscribe, and you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. Please let me know what you think in the comments below and what you'd like to see in future videos so I can work on that. I appreciate your super thanks. These small donations help me to continue creating the content that's high quality that you enjoy. My book, Backgammon Backing Strategies, is available. There's a link in the description to where you can get it. If you're interested in lessons, please contact me via email. So here I'm playing on a beautiful Casa de Gamal Brazilian board. The XG board is made by Rain. It's a green and red board. I'm playing the black checkers at the bottom, XG the white checkers at the top. I'll put a link in the description to where you can get the Rain boards. Open with the 4-1 standard split. 5-4 is going to come down and split. 6-4. Okay, so now I can come out and make the 9-point. It's a strong point to own. 6-2 does not hit on the bar point, makes the anchor. So 6-5. I'm gonna come there, make that anchor. Anytime your opponent's made an anchor, it becomes increasingly important for you to make an anchor. 4-4 runs. Okay, 3-3, I'll be up in the race, but I can't move that back checker. I'll just make the 2 board points. Brings 2 down with the 5-3. With the 6-3, I'm going to bring 1 down and slot the point. 6-2 is going to bring 2 in. 3-1, I'm just going to make that point. Unless I want to go like that, that might be a little bit more flexible. Although it does get a crossover, but I think that should be okay. 6s is good. 4-1, I'm able to make the board. Not a double because of the open board points and the solid time I have. 3-2, I'm able to keep the contact. 6-3 plays on the inside. 5-5. So I'm down by 8 in the race. So I can stay back. I can also do something like this, but that leaves 6s and 1s. Don't necessarily need all that contact. I think I may be able to still take a cube here. Well, is this a cube? Yeah, I might be able to stay back here. Okay. 5-2, couldn't cube. 5-2, I'm going to make the ace point. 4-4 runs. So now it's going to be a double pass. Unless I roll a 6. Okay. Now 5-2. I don't have to play too aggressive by bringing 2 down at this score. 3-1 is going to make the 5-point. 5-2, I'm going to do the same thing. 4-3, steps up. Okay, 6-4, nothing constructive. I can just unstack and make the 2-point. 5-5 comes around and brings 2 down. 5-3, I'm able to make another point. 3-1 makes the bar point. 6-3, so I can run. Do have 1 checker back against another checker back. I have a 3-point board versus 2-point board. Does have some attacking options, but what's the alternative? There's not really a good alternative. So I'm gonna run 5-5 attacks, 6-5 dances. Now 6-2 makes the point. Trying to go for the undoubled gammon to get to the valuable 2-away score. Nope, closes the board. 3-2 play safe. 6-5 opens up. I need to get in soon to save the gammon. 6-2, so I'm going to come in perfectly. Now I'm just going to try to spread out the checkers. Try to come in perfectly and otherwise spread out the checkers to try to save the gammon. So 5-1, just spread things out. Looks like it's too little, too late. 5-3, doesn't matter. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now 5-4. Split. 5 away, 2 away. 6-5. I can run, but I can bring 1 around. And that brings a nice builder. 6-2 is hit. That might have been the wrong idea, but we'll see in the analysis. 6-5. So 5 and 6, that hits. It leaves the bot. Okay. 5 and 4, or I can point on head. It's not that constructive. I think I'm just going to do this. 6-5 runs. All right. 4-1. I can step up to try to escape, but I'm kind of under the gun, so I can just go like this and step up to try to exit with 6s. Double 4 is a good roll, makes the 5 point. So now 6-5. So I'm behind in the race now. I can stay back. 3-2. I'm going to make the board. 5-2 dances. Double 5 can't come in. 6-4 is not great. Leave some shots. Unable to take advantage of that. 4-3. 3. And I might have to go out here. I don't want to get blitzed out. Double, yeah. I don't think I can take this, even though it's 3 away, 5, 2 away, 5 away. Oh, no. All right. 3-1. Now it's a Crawford game. 4-2. 5 away. That means I don't need a gammon. I can just split. Double 6. 5-3. Comes in with the 5. All right. Now I can hit twice with the 4-1. Double 5 dances. 5-1. Come in. That does leave the double 4s. Double 2 dances. 5-4 makes the point. All right. Now I'm trying to blitz. Double 4 leaves a shot here. 5-1. I'm going to spread things out. Double 3. Okay, so I'm going to just make the 4 point. Comes in. All right. Now I'm going to have to try to escape. Duplicates the 3s. 5 and 1. Oh, wow. That was a good roll. 6-5 comes in with 1. All right. 3-2. 5-4. Able to anchor, but it's just trying to blitz me out. 6-5. All right. Wrong 7. 2, 3. Losing a gammon doesn't matter. So 2-1, that was a good roll. Got me back into the game. Now the 5 and the 4, I'll continue, or the 5, I'll go here, and the 4, I'll go here. Double 1. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Nothing special. There aren't really any doubles that'll do much. Just going to come around, bring some builders. 6-5, come around. Now with the 6, I'm going to hit the 5. I'm going to bring a builder. I'm going to try to close the board. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now there aren't a lot of gammons, but I'm going to try for it anyway. Doesn't matter that much. Five, 1. Just going to spread things out. 5-4. So I'm going to play the 4 here and bear off the checker with the 5. 5-4 again. Don't think the gammon's worth a lot anyway, so let's play off the 6 point. Safe. Double 5 bears off 4 checkers. Now I may have some gammon chances. And that's a gammon. So now I can double. All right, it's a take. 5-3 makes the point. Looking for the gammon. 3-1 makes the point on head. 6-2 hits back. 3-2 I'm going to hit back. All right, now I'm looking to blitz. 6-5. Okay, so I'm going to go like this. Double 5. Okay. 1, 2. And what else? I guess I'm going to have to do this. 6-3. 5, oh, 5 I'm on the bar. 5, and I'll come out with the 4. 4-2. So do like this, leave a single blot. 1, 5. Now I'm ahead in the race. I can try to just run. 6-3, still doing good in the race. 6-1. 5-2, I'm up by 2. I'll just play like this. Okay, so now it's going to be a race. Going to have to roll big.
Yep.
Trying to get some crossovers here. 6-3. Or I can go 6-3 and keep them spread out a little bit. 4-1. 6-4. Not looking good, but that's okay. 5-3, bears off 2 checkers. That looks like it's it. Now I'll analyze it. I'll go through all the moves. I think it's important to go through all the moves because then you get to see all the ones that not only you got wrong, but the ones that you got right, but you weren't sure of. So here's the 6-4. That was right to just come out and make the 9-point. Then with the 6-5, I just had to anchor to counter the advanced anchor with your own anchor. So just come down and make that point. Double 3. Didn't really matter. I just had to make the point. I couldn't move these back checkers. With the 6-3, it was right to just slot. 9-5 was straightforward, and 4-1, I made the board. 3-2. And the double 5, so this was interesting. I was first looking at just bringing this down, and then that would result in this position, and then I would be down by 8 pips in the race. Still probably a take. If we just put this in here, so let's say I do this, and now it's white's roll. Now it's a double. Oh, it's a small no double. Okay. But after the play that I made, it's probably a bigger no double. Now it's a blunder to double. Now it did prefer, these ones were close, but it did prefer this one, 13-8, resulting in this position. That saves 2 6s in case I need it, 2 crossovers. But that's fine, okay. And then, well, I can look at these to see what happens. Okay, I'll look at the dice distribution after the top play, which is like this, and that results in this position, versus my play, which I did like this, resulting in this position. So looking at the dice distribution, there's some swing rules here. 5-2 and 4-2, the 5s play better. So let's look at how they play here. It doesn't matter, it's just that I just have extra 6s. Okay, so let's look at my second rolls. Here now my 6s play much better afterwards. So this is my second roll after the top play of saving the 6s and after my play on the upper right. And the differences are here. The 6-2 plays much better next for me. So go back and look at this. With the 6-2, I can play here. However, if I had made this play with the 6-2, I would have had to run. So that's just saving the 6s. You only see that on the 2-roll dice distribution. So that's a good tool to think about. So white can play a 6 off the 8-point and save it, but if I have a 6, I'm going to leave a blot. So that's why it's nice to save a 6 here. That's called saving 6s. Okay, then I had the 5-2 was just to make the ace point. You don't want to run here. You don't want to play 2 off the 5-point. And after that, double 4, it didn't matter. It was a double, and it was a pass no matter what. It was a big pass, irrelevant of the score. Sometimes I like to change the score and see what happens, but this one, it doesn't matter. Okay, so with the 5-2, just split. 5-2 again, did the same thing. 6-4, nothing constructive, but to make the 2-point, which is what I did. 5-3 again, unstacking the 2 points, making a third interboard point. And then with the 6-3, there was not really an alternative. And then I was hit and I couldn't move for a while. And that was pretty much it. I lost the gammon here. So we'll go to the next game. Now it's 3-0. 5 away, 2 away with the 5-4. It looks like it's slightly better at this score to bring 2 down. If we look at this on a different board, we can look at the openings. Like for money, it's better to just simply split, and 13-8 bringing 2 down is a small error. Now, when you're looking at a match, let's look at it at different scores. So the opening plays are, they come up all the time, so it's important to understand them. At a 0-0 to score 2-5, it's still a little bit better to make the split, although not as close. Let's look at it in a 7-point match. Here, same thing. 9-point match, same thing. Okay, so now let's go back to the 5-point match and see what happens if we're down by 1. 5 away, 4 away. Now they're virtually tied. Now, if you're ahead 1-0, 4 away, 5 away, you want to be a little bit more aggressive. However, still here, it's better to split. Now, let's say about 4 away, 4 away, where Gammon's count, still, it's basically a wash. Now, let's say we're behind 4 away, 3 away. Now, it's still a wash, but slightly better to bring 2 down. If you're at 4 away, 2 away, now it's an error not to do this. Okay, if you're at 3 away, 2 away, again, they're virtually tied. What about 3 away, 3 away? I think it's probably a split. Yeah, there you go. And then if you're ahead 3 away, 4 away, like this, you just want to split. And if you're ahead 2 away, 3 away, again, you want to split. When you bring 2 down for money, it's gonna win more gammons. So you see the 2 down wins 15.5% gammons versus 14.2% gammons. It does win fewer games, so 50.5% versus 49.9. So that's what you want to think about on these opening rolls. All right, then the 6-5, you see I could have run from here, but I didn't want to leave this checker here. Bring this here. It's a nice builder. It creates a lot of good point-making numbers, and I keep this back goalkeeper to provide coverage of all 4 quadrants of the board. All right, and then the 5-3, come in with the 5, and then slot the point with the 6-5. I had to hit despite the fact that I left the shot because there was no constructive alternative. If I run all the way with the 6-5, I'm just going to be hit with 6s, 3s, and 1s. Okay? The 5-4. Look at that. I played down and cover. It looks like it was correct to cover, and it's slightly preferred to hit, resulting in this position, putting a checker on the bar. But it was basically a wash. I wonder if that has to do with just the score. Let's look at it. This one's slightly more gammons, fewer games. So, yeah, if you're looking at it at like unlimited or a money game, yeah, it's better to come down. But in a match, let's say a 5-point match, 0-0, 5 away, 5 away. This is what you want to do to see if this is a score-dependent play. You just paste it onto a different board, and people ask me how to do it. So you go to the original one, you hit Control, Shift, and C. So hold down Control and Shift and hit C for copy, and then go to the new board and hit Control V for paste, V as in Victor, and then you have it on a new one, and now you can change the score. So this is 0-0 to 5, 5 away, 5 away, you bring 2 down. But let's say you're trying to be aggressive. Let's say you're at 4 away and your opponent's at 3 away. Now you just change the score, do the same thing, and see, now it becomes better to hit. At 4 away, 2 away, probably would have doubled, but that's what you want to do. Now it's to hit. Now let's say it's Gammon Go, which is 2 away, 1 away Crawford, and now it's clear that you have to hit. It's a bigger error. Still a small error, but a bigger error. So those are the things that I do to understand score-based strategies better. A lot of people ask about, how should I play in a match versus a money game? And these are the types of exercises that you need to do to learn to do that. With the 4-1, it was pretty much a wash between playing here and stepping up, or stepping up all the way, resulting in this position, even though it comes under the gun. Isn't that interesting? This is going to lose more gammons, which is what I was concerned about. But it looks like it wins more gammons too. Okay, then the 6-5. if I came out with a 6, I didn't really have a good 5. I had to come down and then slot. And then the 3-2, I made the board point. This was a double and a take, missed double by XG, but then I couldn't move here. And then this was the blunder. Okay, so this is what I did. I came out because I was afraid of being blitzed. It resulted in this position. The correct play is actually to stay back, maintain the contact. Okay, so let's look at the gammon wins and the gammon losses. So first of all, this is going to win more games. That's a DMP play. But I didn't want to stay there because I know it loses more gammons, and an undoubled gammon wins the match for the opponent. So it's 14.1% versus 10.7%. So look at the dice distribution. Okay, this is what it looks like after the top play. I stay back, maintain contact, and this is after the play I chose, which is a pass. So top play, second play. Now let's look at the dice distribution over here. After the top play, staying back, the 1s, 2s, and 3s are bad, but everything else is much better. It makes up for it. So you see how it plays better when white rolls things like 6-3, 6-2, 6-1. So those, after this play, it's going to leave a shot. Even the 6-3, 6-2, 6-1 will hit, but then 6-5 is going to come, whereas after here, 6s will hit. Okay, and the 5s too. The 5s can be safely played. Okay, so that's what you want to do. Look at the dice distribution. And this was a double, and it was a pass, no matter what. But if we were to go here and put it on another board here, and let's say I played like this, now it's not even a double, probably because of the score. Let's look at it for money. For money, it's a double pass because there are a lot of gammons. What about in a match? 5 away, 5 away, 0-0 to 5. Again, it's a pass. It's because of the score. So now at 4 away, 5 away, I think it's a bigger pass. Yeah, because look what happens. Doubled gammon wins the match with perfect efficiency, gets 4 points, needs exactly 4 points at 4 away, and that wins the match perfectly. Lots of wins and lots of gammons. Okay, at 4 away, same idea. Don't want to take this one. If it's 4 away, 3 away, again, you don't want to take this kind of stuff. No. 3 away, 3 away, still same kind of thing. But now if you're leading 3 away, 4 away, you have to be a little bit more careful. But even then, it's still a pass. Even at 3 away, 5 away, it's a small pass. So these are the things you want to do. Change the score, see what happens. All right, next game. So then the 3-1 was clear. The 4-2. It was basically tied with bringing 2 up or making the 4 point. They were all close. Even going all the way out was close. Okay. Then 5-3 comes in with the 5, and then I had to safety with the 3. 4-1, I was able to hit twice. And then I was just continuing the blitz. So these are nice to see, to kind of look at it. So 5-4, I was able to make this. What if I had rolled like a 6-5? So here, you go on another board, you change the roll. Now is it right to make the ace point or to bring 2 down? I think I'd probably bring 2 down here. Yeah, so these are things that you want to do when you're playing these blitzing games. You want to see that you're doing everything right. So what you can do is, okay, this was clear, but change the roll and see how you would play it to make sure you would do it right. Okay, 5-4 was just bring 2 down, despite the fact that it leaves the double 4. So what if it were like 5-1, for example? Then it's probably best to come all the way because it doesn't give the double 4 and it creates a builder for the ace point. You see? Now what if it's 4-1? Okay, now I don't think we bring it here. Okay. Yeah, you see like that. It's slightly better because here it leaves a double 4 shot. It also gives an extra number to make this 4 point. So now 4-2 and double 2 will make the point. Whereas after this, it's only 5-1 and there are no doubles that make it. Here, there are 3 numbers. Okay? 5-1 just brings another checker into the zone, and then the double 3 was good. Bring 2 down and make the point. Now there's a 5-point board, comes in. Now with the 5-1. Okay, so this is the part where you're kind of containing, but still have checkers to come back. Looks like it preferred to play a little safer here. Keep the anchor. Okay. And then the 5-1 had to hit, and then just split this is fine. 6-5 comes in with 1. I couldn't come in. Then the 3-2. There was nothing much I can do here. And there I lost the gammon. Okay, so then it's the final game. Double take. You know, on these you just automatically double. It doesn't really matter since you're odd away. But if I were even away, it would be an error. So here. See, here it's an 83 millipoint error when I'm 2 away, 1 away, Crawford. But when I'm at 3 away, 1 away, Crawford, I'm sorry, post-Crawford, it's a wash. That's the difference. You know, so that's why people have this trick first described by Walter Trice. When you're in an odd away score post-Crawford, you can wait to try to induce an incorrect pass. But with XG, that's not going to happen. So just double. 5-3 makes the point. 3-1, I'm able to point on head. Clearly, I didn't want to hit twice and put 2 on the bar. Although that's good, I didn't want to leave that blot. 3-2, I come in and make the point. And the 6-5, here there's nothing really good. Just want to put the second checker on the bar. And then with the 5, the double 5, yeah, this was right to just bring it down and make the point on head. Doing something like this, resulting in this position, is nice because you keep these higher points, but you just want to blitz here. See, there are 10 checkers in the zone, so you know I can cover with a 2, which is nice. It does make the lower points, so I don't have priming value, but I'll really be able to bring more down and blitz or possibly hit with 8s and 10s here. Now this 6-3, this is one that I didn't know. So what I did was 2 up, and it preferred just escaping. This is the resulting position after the top play. This is the resulting position after my play. Yes, there are a lot of double hits here. Didn't really want to do that. So looking at here, let's look at these. Yeah, there are a lot of double hits here. That's what happens when you bring the 2 checkers up like this. A lot of numbers that hit twice, so that's what I didn't want to do if I had, you know, since I had this blot on the board. What if I did not have the blot on the board? This is another good exercise. You change the position slightly and see what happens. See, now I can afford to do this. I don't need to run all the way because I don't have a blot on the board. What if this were here? Not as good a position, but still I can afford to do that. So this is a really good exercise I teach my students is, you know, if you don't understand, look at the dice distribution, but if you still don't understand, modify the position. So now you see I have 2 blots on the board, so I have to play something a little bit more safe. I don't want to get hit twice. White can afford to hit twice with these 2 blots in my board, despite the fact that white only has a 1-point board. However, when I have 2 points, when I don't have 2 blots and I have a 3rd point, that makes a big difference. Okay, so that's a good learning lesson. Okay. 5-4 was just in and out. And then what did I have here? The 4-2 was a pick and pass number. Okay. And the 5-1 was come in and anchor. 6-3 was run. and 6-3 was run again. Then I had 6-1, and it was basically a race after white rolled the double fives, and there was nothing else I can do. So that was the match. That was fun. I learned a few things. I remember those things about not splitting, especially when you have two blots in the board. You leave a lot of double hitting numbers, but if you have a strong board, then you can do that. So these are the basic takeaways from this is go look at all your positions, all the choices that you made, so that you don't miss the ones that you were unclear of. Of course, look at all your errors and try to see why it is. So I look at the dice distribution that's available to US BGF Premium members. I have another video that I made to discuss that. So go see what happens when you make one play and what happens when you make the second play. Like in life, in backgammon, you don't know what's going to happen in the future. Fortunately, you know all the possibilities. There are 36 possible rolls and 21 unique rolls by the opponent, and then 21 unique rolls for you. So you want to think about how your opponent's rolls play after one play and then after another play, and see if there's a difference. The one that I did was bringing two up. When I had those two blots in the board, there were a lot of double hitting options, but when they weren't, it was okay. So I had to play more safely. So you change the position and see what happens. Additionally, to understand match-based strategy, it's really important to look at especially cube actions, but a lot of the times checker plays at different scores. So you saw what I did. I looked at every single score, almost every single score, all the important scores, many different scores, change the score to see what happens. Sometimes gammons are more valuable, sometimes gammons are less valuable. Sometimes a position yields more gammons for one player, for yourself or the opponent, and you have to take that into consideration in terms of the doubling decision, whether you're deciding on whether or not to double or you're deciding on whether to take or pass. So that's how I do it. That's how I recommend doing it. That's how I learn best, and that's how I teach my students to learn best. So that was the match against XG. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. Please let me know what you think in the comments below and what you'd like to see in future videos so I can work on that. I appreciate your super thanks. These small donations help me continue to create the high quality content that you enjoy. Again, my book, Backgammon, Backgame Strategies, is available. There's a link in the description to where you can get it. And if you're interested in lessons, please contact me via email. My email address is in the description. I look forward to seeing you in future videos. And until then, keep rolling your dice.